Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat podcast, your one-stop shop for daily Miami Heat content. My name is Amir. The Miami Heat have won 2 games in a row. They are finally looking a little bit better. Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo are still out with their respective injuries, but winning 2 games in a row for this Miami Heat team is a breath of fresh air, honestly, and they're hopefully headed into the right direction. I do want to take this with a grain of salt. Obviously, context matters. They did play 2 pretty bad teams. If we look at the NBA standings, they played against the Atlanta Hawks, who are now 15 and 18, the 10th seed in the East, and then they also played the Pacers, who are the worst team in the East at 6 and 26 now. So, yes, it's huge that the Miami Heat were able to win these games without Bam and Tyler, their best 2 players. But again, it was against 2 teams that are pretty bad. So, we got to again take that with a grain of salt. But nonetheless, it's good to see the Miami Heat jump up in the standings. They're now 17 and 15. They're the 7th seed in the NBA Eastern Conference, and they are only 3 games back from the Boston Celtics, who are 19 and 11 and the 3rd seed. So a good week or two in the NBA and the East could change everything essentially. And a bad week or two, which the Miami Heat most recently had after losing 5 or 6 in a row and losing 8 out of 9 games before they finally were able to string some games together, made the Miami Heat drop from 3rd all the way to 9th at one point. So every game matters in the regular season. And when guys get opportunities and step up, we need to take notice. And so for today's video, I want to talk about Pelle Larsson, who has been really great. And, it's been exciting to see him return after missing 5 games with a left ankle sprain. And the Miami Heat were struggling. They were shorthanded. He was out. Nico was out. Tyler was out. And then, of course, Bam Adebayo got injured. And so they've been struggling with injuries. But once he got the clearance to play again, everything changed. And in his first game back, he didn't just contribute, he exploded. He had a career high against the Atlanta Hawks, and he scored 21 points on 9 for 13 shooting, 3 for 4 from 3, which was huge. But he wasn't just scoring, obviously, and wasn't super efficient, but he was also rebounding and playmaking. He had 6 rebounds, 5 assists, had a steal. So complete performance from Pella, and he was the energy guy that we needed. And he started after missing 5 straight games. He was able to jump right into the starting lineup and pick up where he left off. And his teammates raved about him. Norm Powell basically said he's a game changer, talked about his energy, his effort, the winning plays that he makes whenever he's on the floor, which is amazing. Jaime Jaquez said he brings life and spark to this team off the bench or whether he's starting. And so it's great to see him thriving, especially in these last 2 games. And again, it's not just the numbers, it's what he brings to this team, especially on both sides of the floor, offensively, defensively. He brings a different dimension. He does all of the little things, all of the dirty things, all of the blue collar things. We don't run plays for him. He doesn't complain if he doesn't get up 10, 15 shots per game. He's always going to do the things that don't show up on the box score. He's going to cut off ball. He's going to move. He's going to play defense. He's going to die for that loose ball. He's going to set screens. He's going to take charges. He's going to get hit in the face 50 times a game. This dude keeps getting smacked in the face, whether he has the ball in his hands or not, on offense, on defense. This guy keeps getting hit in the face. He needs to definitely have a mouthpiece before he gets his teeth knocked out. But he is a tough SOB. And Erik Spoelstra said he brings the glue to this team, the intangibles. And this is the kind of player that star players want to play around, essentially. And so this wasn't just a one-off game. So he's been back for 2 games now. The Heat beat the Pacers last night, thankfully. And he kept it rolling. He was amazing last night. He had 16 points. But again, it wasn't just the points. He had 7 assists, 4 rebounds. And he's showing that he could stack together good games. And that's what we need him to do. We need him to continue to rebound, play make. And if he scores 10 or more points, that's just a bonus. He's averaging only 9.5, but he's not getting that many opportunities. Let's see. He's shooting 8.7, actually no less, 6.9 field goal attempts per game. So in the absence of Tyler and other players and taking minutes from Simone Fontecchio, thank God. I mentioned in other videos that players like Kasparis and players like Jaime and players like Pella need to take Fontecchio's minutes because Fontecchio is playing around 19 minutes per game. We need to distribute those minutes to Pella. Pella's only averaging 22 minutes per game, which is fine. But like, if we're gonna develop this youth and see what we got and leverage these very friendly contracts of the future, he's a second round draft pick. He is on a very team friendly deal for the next few years as he's only in his second year with the Miami Heat. We need his minutes to go from 22 to 28 at least. Give him 10 shot attempts, see what he can do. He's averaging 9.5 points per game, 2.7 rebounds, 3.4 assists. Shooting 37% from three, which is very good for him. That's huge. If he can stay consistent in that range, that would be huge. But to get impact, he needs minutes, and he's been playing more minutes the last two games, averaging 17 and a half points per game, but he played 27 minutes and 30 minutes previously before he was hurt. A few of the games he played 19, 23, 25, 28, 32, 26, 18. It's like pretty inconsistent. So I want to see more consistent minutes for Pelle Larsson because he is honestly one of our most impactful role players. And even if his shot is not falling, he's going to do all of the intangibles, like Erik Spoelstra basically said. And this is important. Like, it matters that he's playing good and has this confidence for a few reasons. One, depth matters in the NBA. Like, teams live or die by their bench and role players, especially when the injury bug plagues the team and the injury bug plagues the Miami Heat every single season. So seeing that a guy can step in and come in and start and be an amazing two-way player, that's going to be huge and give the Miami Heat a competitive edge. Again, with star players out, like Pella steps up and keeps the Miami Heat competitive, and that's huge. I want to see what he can do when the Miami Heat play some better teams. So the Miami Heat again played two bad teams, obviously, in his return, and he still played good against the competition that was in front of him. But the Miami Heat have a really tough schedule ahead. They're playing the Nuggets next tomorrow. Then we're playing against the Pistons, and then we're playing the T-Wolves. So three tough games. I want to see what Pella can do. As well against the better teams. But Pelle Larsson has been a breath of fresh air. He's been fun to watch. He's been someone that does all those winning things that we need right now. He does exude Miami Heat toughness and culture. There was a play where Benedict Mathurin last night got a foul on Pelle as he was driving to the basket, and it was a pretty hard foul. And then Pelle just literally walked up to him and bumped him chest to chest. And Mathurin didn't want any of the smoke, and Pelle just walked away. So Pelle, like, he wants to like grind this out. He wants to get in your face. He literally is one of our tougher guys on this team, and it's been a It's been a breath of fresh air having him back. We definitely needed someone like Pella back into the lineup, especially in the starting lineup. And he's someone who reminds me of kind of like that Christian Braun. I know there's someone said that on Twitter. He reminds me of that Christian Braun type of player. Who is a very tenacious, tough, defender, someone who's going to cut off ball, who can hit the open three, who's very tough, who's going to take charges. So I hope that's not his comp, but like Christian Braun just got like a nice little contract and extension, I think, this past season. So we'll see. I mean, the other player comp we get is Thunder Dan, who another former Miami Heat legend. So either way, it's been great watching Pella back in the lineup, and hopefully he can continue this. And we're going to need him to step up against the tough Denver Nuggets. They have been amazing. Joker has been amazing. They're 22-9, third in the West. So this will be a true test to see if the Miami Heat can continue this momentum against them. And this would be a giant victory if the Miami Heat can win this. This can change the whole trajectory and momentum and vibes of the season. So let's see if the Miami Heat can pull off this victory at home against the Denver Nuggets. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and we'll be back with more Miami Heat videos soon. Thank you again.